Alright, hi guys, this is Merc here. This is my first time ever really making a YouTube video for a while, so I mean bear with me. Um, there's a lot of boomkins I've seen in heroic dungeons and just in general that don't really know the rotation. Boomkins have changed a lot since the last expansion. Right now their DPS is really bad. I mean you gotta do pretty much a lot to get good DPS in. I've been in dungeons and had people in full blues. I mean, that's where we're at right now, and they're only pulling like 7k, 8k deeps. I mean, that is pretty bad. I mean, I see a lot of them struggling. So I thought I'd make a video and show you a little breakdown on do's and don'ts. So I'll start with glyphs at first. Alright, so for major glyphs, you want to get glyph of the guided stars. So when you starfall, it only hits the targets you have Moonfire or Sunfire on, because you don't want to pull the whole instance. People won't like that too much. And Boomkin form no longer grants bonus armor, but instead grants 10% of maximum health. I do that, I mean more health, I mean because when you're leveling, you should have gotten, uh, you should have gotten, where's it at? This right here, your Moonkin form grants additional 100% armor increase. So, I mean, it might take a little away, but you still have this. Sorry, that's my dog. He's a little whiner. Um, and then for the third, I just do this. The shapeshift, you're healed 5% of your maximum health whenever you shift. See, just because it's what I prefer. I don't know. I mean, you could take this, but with heroism and stuff, it's for you to better for you because some fights, you know, you're moving a lot and you get little heals. I mean, really, there's no use for this yet. I don't know what they plan on doing. I mean, if you want, you could take this or bark skin or cyclone. I mean, really, that last one's kind of personal preference. Don't take rebirth because you should have this passive enhanced rebirth. So, I mean, it's already better. So, I mean, it's up to you, but I want to take it. Anyways, we'll go over talents. I mean, you could take Wild Charge and Moonkin form. You go backwards, but like a hunter. But I mean, really, why do that when you could have Displacer Beast and basically have a free blink like a mage? I mean, really? Why have to do like this or whatever and turn whichever direction you need to go when you could just hit that and blink away from an ability or whatever you're trying to dodge, whatever mechanic. For heals, second tier, I choose this one because it heals you for 4% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. I think that is really good, and it's passive, so you don't have to sit there and keep casting it. I mean, this one probably would be my next pick if I had to, but really, with Boomkins right now, I'm not trying to heal unless I absolutely have to. Maybe when we start raiding, there'll be some fights where this is required, but as of now, I just run this. And for his third tier, Typhoon is the best because you can use this to interrupt people. I mean, you need to be careful when you do it and make sure you don't knock them, you know, knock back mobs into more mobs or something like that, but it's good for an interrupt. It's really good. And then for the fourth tier, I see a lot of boomkins running this. There's no point in running this when for 30 seconds when this right here is literally the exact same thing. You just got to be in solar empowerment, which literally when you're casting stuff, you should always be in powered. So there's no point. You should have it up all the time, not just for 30 seconds. So running this is your bet. I mean, you could run this. It's not as good as this, but you could run this. It still puts out decent amount of damage. And for your 5th tier, Mighty Bash or Vortex. Um, I mean, you could run Vortex for maybe to help your tank group stuff, or if all the ads have to be grouped. I mean, yeah, you could run that. That would help. But I highly recommend just taking Mighty Bash, because you can bash a target and interrupt it. And yeah, that's what I choose there. I mean, for six six tier, you wanna Canyon quit, buddy. Come on, man. Sorry, he's crying. He's such a little whiner. It's a little whiner. It's a little wiener dog. So, anyways, for 6, I like to take this because, I mean, you're not gonna really be using this or this. You need to be DPSing. So this heals injured players with Moonfire or Sunfire, which you should have up 100% all times through every fight. For the last tier, I take this because this is just how I put out the most damage. I mean, this one's pretty good, but at the same, because it also increases your Moonfire and Sunfire by 10%, which is pretty good, but I don't know. I prefer to have this. I mean, really, it's these two. This is more for PvP. It's just good for bursting people. Um, so yeah, that's the breakdown for that. And for gear, first stat obviously is intellect, and then second is gonna be mastery. You're gonna want to put mastery, and then third is multi-strike, and then haste, and then crit. See, like most of my pieces have that. I mean, I'm still working on trying to get pretty much all mastery. I'm trying to do like a good balance between mastery, haste, and um, multi-strike. But as of right now, mastery is like the key. Quit crying! Dang dog! Stop! Sorry. Gosh. Okay, so also for single, alright, towards rotation wise, this spell right here is like your bread and butter to get your damage going. So you always want to pre-pot, pop this and any trinkets, anything you have. It's good to probably macro all that together before the fight with heroism, and that'll put out like all of your DPS that you need to put out in the beginning, and then whenever it's back up, pop them all again together. If they haven't heroism, if not, wait for heroism, then pop all of them back together, so you get that burst increase. And I mean, take note that I don't have all my raid buffs and such, but I'm gonna show you the rotation. So rotation is pre-pot, pop all that stuff. We'll first wait till your eclipse is all the way at 100 and then pop your this. But usually if you Moonfire, Star Surge, by the time you do all that, it's already there, so you don't have to really worry too much about that. And then you want to pop, you pop Star Surge, and then you get empowered Starfires and Rafts. So when you get empowered, you want to always have empowered casts up. Sometimes you won't, it's really annoying, but for the most time you want to always have empowered up so that you pull more damage, and it goes with this ability right here that you've chosen. So you always want to have that up, and then a Starfire in the beginning, because it goes to the blue side first. So, and then because you only get 2 at a time, you get 2 Starfires at a time empowerment and 3 Rafts. 3. So you wanna always, before you leave an eclipse phase, You always want to cast Star Surge. Always. Before you leave, Star Surge, and then the next ability, you'll see in the rotation, so that when you're in there, you don't waste any spell time or anything like that. Because that's what I see a lot of boomkins doing. And it's hard because you'll get thrown off real quick if you're not paying attention. Just practice and you'll get it down. You'll get it down for sure. So I'll give you a demonstration of what to do. But like I said, try to always, I usually, when you go into a phase, when you leave a phase, you should have already used a Star Surge so that you have an empowerment sitting. So when you come back into the phase, you will have empowered casts. So you get 15% more DPS than before. So I'll start it and give you a show of what your rotation is. So the boss things about the pool, I Moonfire, Star Surge, Heroism, pop your trinkets, Starfire, because I have 2 up, Star Surge, Starfire, Starfire, Star Surge, Starfire. See, I got 3 seconds, so that's perfect. Plenty of time. I got a free Star Surge. Alright, put my Moonfire up. Now I start casting Wrath, before I get in the new phase. Alright, get all those Wraths out. Alright, I got empowered Starfire. Alright, now I start casting Moonfire because my Wrath is up. Alright, and I got my empowered Moonfire, so I got to get that up. Star Surge before you leave, and then start casting, Wrath. And it's just basically that, rinse and repeat. As you can see, I'm at 15k deeps as of right now. So that's pretty much the rotation, rinse and repeat over and over. And always, refresh your Moonfire and Starfire whenever you get into the lunar phase, and whenever Starfires are up, always put them out. Star Surge. When you get Star Surge procs, always put them out. And that's pretty much the rotation. On boomkins right now for single target. So, I hope that really helped you a lot on damage, because I know I've seen a lot of boomkins and stuff struggling to put out the damage they need to be putting out. Like on boss fights and stuff with all the buffs and stuff, I usually pull anywhere from 18 to 20k. So, I don't really have much in pre-pot, and you have your food buff, your mastery food buff. You'll pull the DPS. And I'll show you the rotation for AoEing. Like, say if you just AoEing fights. Hurricane, damage is really low right now. I hope Blizzard fixes that. But basically, whatever you want to get your empowered Sunfire up. Alright, and then when you get into the Wrath tab and Wrath people, and always have your Starfall up. Always. And then just tab and Moonfire people. You only have to Sunfire one person if they're all close, because it goes on everyone. So you don't have to worry about doing it, and always constantly keep Starfire up. And then whatever eclipse you're in, throw a Starfire or whatever out there, and then start, dotting them back up. Keep Starfall up, and that's pretty much it. Boomkin's AoE, right now is really kind of bad, but that's pretty much what you do. If you have any questions or anything you don't understand or need help with, just message me in the video, and I will try to answer it the best I can and help you out. I also am a resto druid. I also heal pretty good. I was thinking about maybe doing a video of that, because I've seen a lot of resto druids struggling on healing too right now. They don't quite know what they gotta do, I guess. I don't know. So, and I'm also thinking about making some challenge mode videos on some boss fights and just some little tricks to edge off time and such. Anyways, please let me know if this video was good and if I could work on anything, because like I said, I'm new to making videos, so appreciate it.